If you think I'm racist, this is why. Story time. My mom was black and my dad is white, and I grew up around white people. I didn't really know much about black culture until black culture invited me in. Pages like Hollywood Unlocked, famous basketball player wives, and other hood commentators really liked my work, and so I started working with black people. And I was suddenly thrust into a crash course in black culture and what was considered black excellence and what was celebrated by this people. I've worked with all groups and all cultures and all skin tones, but there is one group who is a problem. And it's not about the color of their skin, it's about the content of their character. When these famous black celebrities started to put me on to their black clientele, I got to experience what it was like to have black clientele. And let's just say it was a complete nightmare. It started with the chargebacks. I had never had Hispanics or white people do my program and accept my services and then call their bank and say it was fraud. Fortunately, I've always had good contracts, so we usually win, but it was a major problem only coming from black people. And then there was the fact that this group was the sickest group, both physically, spiritually, and had experienced the most trauma, not from white people, but from their own family members. The most molested group are black women and black men with the highest level of herpes, the highest level of diabetes, the highest level of kidney disease, the highest level of cancer, the highest level of autism. All were coming from this one group. And this one group loves to celebrate dysfunction. So long story short, it wasn't very profitable working with these people. It caused a lot of drama. It caused a lot of grief. And I got to discover that this group needs to be exorcised of a serious cultural demon. The demon is called the ghetto black demon. Anyways, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Remember, your health is your wealth. Detox terrible cultures, detox terrible people, and detox terrible behavior.
Yo, so we back in here for another edition of F-ya-Motha, and this is another situation or example of a tragic mulatto. The fact that you're half black, which genetics doesn't work like that, but I digress, and you had to be introduced to black culture is fucking beyond me. But she goes on to say that she interacted with her hood news commentators. The fuck does that mean? Bitch, did you work for a radio station? And even that doesn't constitute as people being hood. You know what I'm saying? People always confuse hood with urban. Just because motherfuckers are urban don't necessarily mean they hood, but I digress. She also goes to say that the black community that she dealt with, or black populace of people, basically was scoundrels and scammers and shit, right? I don't know. Maybe the demographic of black people you dealt with were fucking scumbags. In every sector of every ethnic background of people, there's a sector of fucking lowlife degenerates. That's not delegated to just black people. I'm pretty sure if you had actually did whatever type of work you were doing amongst people that live in trailer parks, they would have been calling their banks to have shit charged off their card, or you would have faced a whole bunch of chargebacks. That's not a black thing. I worked for Amazon. I used to deliver packages that motherfuckers would actually call in that they didn't receive before the shit was to be delivered, just so they can get it free. They would get a refund, and my black ass would still deliver the package because they were scammers. This was in all white neighborhoods in North Georgia. What the fuck is she talking about? Also, she makes the whole assessment that they were spiritually, mentally, and physically sick, right? Needed to detox. Well, I don't know if you're a clinician or any type of physician, and I don't know where you got the statistics on black people having maybe more diabetes. I give you that, but more herpes, yeah, I'll even let that shit slide. But saying that the black people suffered from more molestation, when empirically that's not true. White people in the white community are targeted by the damn fathers, so much so that Tim Tebow actually said that the white man in the white community was the biggest molester.
The number one offender type is biological fathers, but by far it is being done by middle-aged Caucasian men.
And if you check all the stats, white men constitute of 56% of molestation cases. The fuck is she talking about? Even if, let's just go with this bullshit theory, right? Because this ain't a stat. Let's just say that half of the 50% of the black community actually suffered from molestation, right? That still would dwarf the white community, which is like what, 3 times the amount of black people. I think black people make up 13% of the total black populace in America. You have white people that are 67%. 50% of all molestation and or SA or grape or whatever cases in America are white men. That would dwarf whatever the fuck you have in the black community. Mathematically, that doesn't even make sense. And not only that it doesn't make sense, it's statistically not true. Black people do not face the most molestation. The fuck is she getting this from? Maybe those, like I said before, those particular segment of black people were just coming from toxic backgrounds. That's not all of black people. I know there are people within my family that have been molested. It's literally like a sprinkle or not even a handful of motherfuckers in my family. I have other family members that have other family members, and I have friends. This isn't the consensus, bro. I don't know where she's getting it. She's pulling this shit out her ass. So if people think you're racist, which you can't necessarily be racist within the culture of black people. Now, while she's a biracial, she's technically not a black person. She's a person of color. She's still within the tribe. So that how she tries to make other herself and makes herself something different, you're still part of the tribe. One of her family members, or I think it was her dad, is a black man. You're part of the tribe. You're not something different. These motherfucking mulattoes, let me take that back because I'm a mulatto. These fucking biracials always tend to think that there's something else. This is why I said in a previous episode that I don't trust these motherfuckers, because they literally are on the fence. You know what I'm saying? They try to identify with their white side even though visually you don't look white. And you started off your whole premise with a bullshit point. No one thinks you're racist. You are part of the tribe. Black people can't be racist against black people. It makes no sense. Maybe there's colorism, but the damn sure isn't racism, because you're the same fucking race. And on top of all that, she's biracial, but she can't even pass for racially ambiguous. You know that's a woman of the black ethnic background. Now maybe this woman is actually Caribbean, so then it's probably that, or African. I don't know what ethnic background of black she is. She may not be of black American culture, right? But she sounds plenty like it. I don't know too many fucking Caribbeans or Africans that sound like with a proper, like sounds like she takes on the tonal inflections of her mother, which is a white woman. So I mean, you part of the tribe, so trying to other yourself like you're something different or some shit, no ma'am, you suffer from stupidity. And we don't hate you because of that. But this right here, once again, these are situations that make my fucking job hard as a podcaster trying to spread the truth about black people throughout America, which I think I'm a good advocate for it. White people don't live the black experience. Most of them don't even live around black people, so they can't do it. These biracials, they're the same way. They don't even live around black people. I bet you she probably grew up around all white people, as she said. She has no fucking inner mechanics or inner workings with black people. You don't even know how the culture works. You don't even know how the culture is formed or what the culture is comprised of. You think it's a bunch of degenerate niggas. No, those were just niggas that you interacted with. Now, I'm not gonna front like there aren't some degenerate black people within the culture. There are, but like I stated before when I first started, that there's degenerate people in all cultures, even Asians. Look at the Yakuza, the triads. Heroin is a big proponent drug within Asian culture. Amongst the Vietnamese, the Laotian people, the Malaysian people, hell, Chinese people, all fucking do some type of opioid. So it's not just delegated to black people being degenerates, and that's not even primarily the culture. Now maybe there'll be pockets within urban communities, but there's also black people that live in the rural areas, black people that live in the suburbs, black people that live in the outskirts, black people that live in the fucking urban communities that aren't quote unquote degenerates or ratchet or ghetto. right? Black is not a flattened thing, a monolith that all niggas is the same. There's black nigga nerds, affluent black people, hood people, ratchet people, intelligent, scholarly black people. Probably leaving out a subset, but y'all get where I'm going with this. Just like it's not all white people that live in a fucking trailer park. There are trailer park white people, there are affluent white people, there are middle class white people, suburban white people, urban white people, all types of different types of people of every ethnic background. Even in India, you think motherfuckers come over here like Dinesh D'Souza or Chopra Diop or Vivek Ramaswamy? No, there's fucking Indian people that are fucking rappers or affluent people of the high caste chain, people of the low class, I forgot what the caste system, right? You got black Indian rappers, Indian comedians that are poor as shit that come over here and become multimillionaires. Like, what are we saying here? There's poor Chinese people, there are elitist Chinese people, they're different. There are Mexican people that from Mexico that come over here, transplants. There are urban Mexicans, there are urban or suburban Mexicans, there are affluent Mexicans. I used to deliver packages at Amazon, and I delivered packages to this Mexican dude that was a fucking multi-millionaire, had a mansion, a ranch, a sprawling compound. The fuck are we talking about? Only when it's to black people that it's a motherfucker that, whether white or even within the culture, talking about, oh, black people need to be exorcised of the ghetto demon. All black people are fucking ghetto, man. You sound like a idiot, and you sound like you're parroting talking points from your white side. And it sounds like from your white side you're encompassed, or you came from a bunch of people that are degenerate, right-wing, uppity, affluent bigots. Like, they talk down on black people from the minuscule sect of black people that they see on television that do degenerate shit. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing that pisses me off about people that aren't from the culture, whether black, biracial, or white. They don't even live around black people. All they know from what black people do is the shit they see on social media or the television. If you look at social media, you would think that all niggas is fighting in a Walmart. I live down the street from a Walmart in a black community. I've seen one fight in about 15 years in that Walmart. Stall me out. I live in an area which is urban as fuck in Atlanta. I haven't heard gunshots in the last 9 years. I haven't been a victim of a robbery, a break-in, an assault, or nothing. And I've lived on this side of town for 15 years. I don't know what the fuck this woman is talking about. Once again, this goes back to my previous statement that I said in another video. If you find yourself around a bunch of degenerate black people, you might want to put yourself in an environment of people that are well-to-do. Even with normal black people, when they start kicking this shit that all black people, bro, you might want to get away from the toxic niggas you've been hanging around. It's problematic, and it's probably the reason you're having the problems you're having. I don't hang around the same black people, and even though I've been on this side of town in Atlanta for the last 15 years, I don't hang just on this side of town. You've got to venture out. You got to go to other places. You got to meet different people of different walks of life. I'm in Atlanta, Georgia. There's affluent black people. There are upscale black people. There are hood black people. There are middle class black people. Whenever the fuck I want to be around black people that's got some shit going on, I go to the area. I don't complain about where I'm at. If shit was always happening on the side of town, I would lived on the west side. House I stayed in got shot up because some bitch was keeping up bullshit and her boyfriend was a wannabe thug. I moved away from the area because I ain't got time to be a unsuspecting victim or unintended victim. So at the end of the day, the only thing you can do is get around a better atmosphere, a better environment. We seem to think from looking on social media or even in television that people are one way. If I thought that, then I think all white people are racist. Clearly I've been around long enough that that's not the consensus, but it is a good number of them that are. However, I've met white people that aren't racist. So what I'm saying is you have to stop living in a bubble or a box. If you're always on your phone or you're in a toxic environment it's gonna appear that shit is overwhelmingly one way, when in reality it's not. And I'm not saying America is this best place, but it damn sure ain't 1952 anymore. So we can knock that shit off, especially if you ain't living in a sundown town. Stop kicking this shit like, you know what I'm saying, black people is the fucking demons of America. When we know that's not true. Between the police shooting unarmed black people, the unexplained hangings that's been happening in America the last 4 years, probably longer, and all these goddamn Karens being caught on film, either calling niggas or calling the police on them. We can stop pretending like we're the fucking problem. I know in some situations we might be the problem, right? Just like in some situations white people might be the problem, or Asian people in one situation might be a problem, or even Hispanic or Latino people in another situation might be a fucking problem. But do I think that all those people are the consensus to one fucking problem in America? I highly doubt it. That'd be like me confusing or accusing the Jews of being the problem in America, when that's not the fucking case. Now maybe there are a sect of people of any particular background that's keeping up fuck shit. But is that the consensus of every person of that race? No, it's not. Is that the consensus that they're the primary problem in America? No, it's a amalgamation of different problems, probably generated by every fucking body. White people contribute their share to fuck shit in America. Black people contribute their share of fuck shit in America. So do Hispanic, Latino, Asian, of any type of ethnic background, East Asian, West Asian, everybody, Jewish people, everybody can contribute to the bullshit that's going on in America. I don't think it's one particular group of people. So to actually, like, and she said it with a shit-eating grin, a smug face, a smile on her face, like she was doing something proud. It's like, ma'am, go somewhere with these anti-black talking points. Once again, get your ass off the internet, TikTok and Instagram, making these dumb videos trying to demonize one group of people when you know damn well there are contributing factors from all people within America. In any event, y'all like this episode, I hope you're racist in my comments. I'll probably turn the comment section off, not because like it bothers me, but because the low IQ of people gets kind of, what's the word for it? It gets tedious. It's exhausting. And I'm not going to type out a whole paragraph so you can understand some shit. If you didn't understand how I worded it, like something's either wrong with your ears or your brain. In any event, and I'm not saying this woman's experience with these particular black people isn't valid, but like I said, don't try to generalize all black people from your fucked up experience from one sector of black people, right? You trying to demonize a whole group, race of people. I don't know them niggas. I don't do fake chargebacks on my card. I don't have fucking psychological, mental, physical problems. Oh, and also I forgot to address that physical problems, right? That might be because niggas and people in general in America have been having a hard time getting affordable health care. That's not delegated to a fucking black thing. But let's just say, if we're going to speak about black people, that might be the fuck why. Niggas might have diabetes or heart problems or more cancer than any fucking body because it can't afford these high ass premiums. Premiums of $278, $394 fucking dollars. It's a car note. I know for me, my car note is rivaling fucking just decent health care. Nobody got time to be paying no $500 fucking dollars a month in health care. Now don't get me wrong, it keeps you alive. But I'm just saying that's extremely fucking high. And 80% of that is commission. So, like, yeah, we're just going to put that out there. That's not even delegated to just a black thing. But if you want to, like, say, like, that might be the reason why black folks got more diabetes, more herpes, more cancer. And the more herpes, I don't even know where the fuck she got that from. Like, bitch, did somebody give you herpes that was black? Once again, that's a personal issue. That the blanket, that's like saying you got herpes from a nigga that all niggas got herpes. No, that nigga that gave you herpes got herpes. In any event, if y'all like this episode, you know what they're doing. Is out.